Hello and welcome. We're gonna do a pull side by core for the day. I'm gonna give you 4 simple exercises. We're gonna go through it a few times and it's gonna be a follow along workout. So I'm gonna go through each exercise, progressions and regressions, and then I'm gonna throw the timer on and you're gonna complete it on your own. Enjoy. All right, first exercise will be ground floor squats. You're gonna need a nice heavy weight for this one. In a dead bug position with your hips, knees, and ankles at 90 degrees with the weight overhead. You're gonna slowly extend overhead while the weight goes in front, the feet go in front of you, extending and then pulling back in. Go nice and slow with that one, control the movement. Make sure to keep the back sealed to the ground the entire time. So common mistake on this one, as the weight goes behind you and the feet go forward, the back starts to arch. We wanna kinda engage the core, press the back down into the ground. So if that means you don't have to extend out so far, then don't do so. So less trained core strength is gonna probably require a little bit less extension. The stronger you are, you're probably gonna be able to bring the weight behind you and the feet forward a little bit more, or just anatomical differences from person to person. But the most important factor is being able to keep the back flat to the ground. So remember to keep memory on that one. If you can't do that yet, I'll give you a ground floor squat modification. And that's just gonna be the feet motion. So you're gonna be here, you can support your head with your hands, press your feet forward, pull your knees back in. Again, making sure to keep the back flat and don't let it rise up. Press it down, push forward, and pull back in. That'll be the first one with its first proof. Regression, if you can't do it with the weight, then go ahead, go down with the ground floor squats. That's the first one. Exercise 2 and 3 will be the same exercise, we'll just be flipping sides. So a side plank, post it up on your forearm, making sure that the elbows underneath the shoulder, prop up at a straight line with your hips up and hips forward. So think about it like you're at attention on your side. Make sure the hips aren't falling down and make sure there's not too much pressure on the ankles. If there is, feel free to stagger your stance with your feet so that the ankles there's not too much pressure on it. If you're not ready for that one, I'll have you bend the knees, pop up, same thing. You're trying to push your hips forward. Don't leave your hips behind you. Hips are up and forward, so if you were to look at me from like the side angle, it'd be a nice straight line from ears all the way down to my ankles. So that's gonna be your side plank. Make sure to press up. Don't let the shoulder shrug up into the ear. So as you're here, don't let the shoulder shrug up. Push away and keep it nice and steady. You should feel this on this underneath portion in that oblique QL region. Again, we'll be doing that twice. One time on the right, one time on the left. All right, for the fourth exercise, we're gonna do a simple low plank. The planks are not all too simple, especially if you're kind of new to them. So on the low plank, I want you to make sure to have a bunch of little details in line, and I'll kind of lay them out as I complete it here. So you're gonna be down on your forearms, your elbows will be underneath your shoulders, and your hands will be in front of your face. Propped up like this, hold nice and tight. Make sure that the hips don't start to sag down. Make sure that the back doesn't start to arch. So pressing up, holding. Also, make sure that the shoulder blades don't collapse on themselves. So you're trying to push through and make sure that there's a nice rounded portion on the upper portion of the back, For a regression, you would go down to your knees and hold from there, nice and braced up, nice and tight. And then the last one, the progression to this one would be to add the RKC plank to it, or a high tension plank, where you're digging your elbows down and pulling your elbows in, as if you're trying to pull your toes to your body as well. So I'm gonna show it to you, but you're not really gonna see it because it's all an isometric. So you're gonna dig your elbows down, dig your feet down, and then you're gonna pull in, and you're gonna feel a lot more tension in your stomach area. So that's gonna be the regression and progression to just a simple plank. Again, those will be your 4 exercises. You'll have the hollow body extensions with the weight, side plank on the right side, side plank on the left side, and then you'll have your simple plank at the very end. We'll go 3 rounds on that one. Enjoy it.